with hints, tips and tradie chat. Grab yourself a brew because it's about to start. This is Women in Trades with Amy the Sparky.
Before the show starts, I just quickly wanted to talk to you about Tradify. Tradify is a fast-growing job management platform for all busy tradespeople. It's great for managing all sorts of business admin such as quotes, tracking invoices, timesheets and appointments, leaving you more time to focus on other important things. Tradify have very kindly given me a discount code for my viewers, so check them out by clicking the link in my show description and using discount code AMY50 to get 50% off. Now, let's crack on with this show.
Hello and welcome to Women in Trades with Amy the Sparky. Today I'm going to be talking to an apprentice carpenter, Connie. Hello, Connie. Hello, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you.
Good. So I wanted to talk to you today about college because you're in your second year of your apprenticeship.
Yeah.
So I wanted to talk to you about your whole sort of college experience, how you found it. But how did you, or why did you want to get into it to begin with?
I've always been interested in construction and building and things. And then when I was going around college on the open days, I was walking around the health and social bits. I thought I wanted to be a midwife. I was walking around it and I thought, I don't think this is for me. So my mum was like, let's just have a look at the other departments in college. So you're walking around the construction. I just thought, this is what I want to do. And so I went on to do a level 3 construction in the built environment course. But I ended up just doing 1 year of it, as it was quite like a textbooky course, not very practical.
Okay.
But it was really interesting to get a feel for the industry. It was lots of different topics and things. And then after I did 1 year
areas of construction then?
Yeah, so we did building technology, surveying, graphical detailing, quite a few topics, different topics. And that was quite interesting, but I thought it's not really what I want to do. I want to be out there doing an actual trade.
Yeah.
So I did level 1 carpentry as a full-time course, just while I looked for an apprenticeship. So I thought, it's something to do, and I know that I'd enjoy it. So I finished that course, and then I found an apprenticeship, luckily, just before I finished the level 1. And then I was sort of working for them at the same time as I was finishing the level 1 course.
Okay.
And it all just fell into place, really.
Oh, that's amazing. So when you went to the college, were they sort of supportive, encouraging to, yeah?
Which one? The first course or the carpentry one? Or
Well,
the one
either. When you went to the first one then, were there other females on that course, the whole construction?
I was the only one.
Was you? And were they?
Yeah, but I went to that college with a few people I went to school with, so it was nice that I already knew people there, but I was still the only female. There was only 4 of us left on the course at the end of it because so many people dropped out.
Really? Do you think that was because it wasn't maybe what people were expecting? For you, it was too sort of textbook based.
Yeah, it was a bit tedious, I think. Although the information and things was quite interesting, I think I'd enjoy it more now. But when I was fresh out of school, I was just sat there thinking, God, why am I doing this?
Yeah.
But,
the more practical side of it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Then I did the level 1, and there was another girl on that course, so that was nice. And now the level 2 apprenticeship, there's a girl on my course, and she's really nice, and we get along really well.
Oh, that's good then. That's really good.
And
So were your parents supportive of you going into a trade?
Yeah. Well, I think when I was saying that I wanted to be a midwife for so long, and they sort of said, are you sure you want to go into trade? You have wanted to do that for quite a long time now. I think I just told myself that's what I wanted to do for so long, so I thought I did. And then once I'd sort of gone into the trades, I thought, yeah, this is actually what I want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I've always grown up doing things in the garage with my granddad, making things. So I think that's where it stemmed from, which is things.
That's so nice. So what sort of things have you made with your granddad like over the years?
Well, he made a grandfather clock, and that was really good. And he's always built boats and things growing up, which is really cool.
Wow. So was that his trade? Was he a carpenter?
No, he worked in like magistrates' courts, but he'd get home from work and he'd spend 2 or 3 hours out in the garage building boats and things. So he'd go to work, then come home and work in the garage. And he always says to me, he thought, oh, I wish I did a trade growing up. But yeah, and then he goes out sailing in the boats that he makes.
That's so cool. Do you think that's the sort of, why you ended up getting into it? Do you always have it in the back of your mind that you might like it because of all the stuff you've done with your granddad?
Yeah, definitely. So I think it was always something fun to do at the weekend, like, oh, I'm going to go and do some woodwork in the garage. And we're making rocking horses at the moment.
I saw that on your Instagram. That is amazing. So good, so professional. I was so impressed with the photos.
Oh, he's made like 6 or 7 now. We've just started another one today. We like sticking together, which is really fun.
So do you sell them, or are they for friends or family, or
just... My granddad always makes them just to give to his friends and things, which I think is really sweet. And makes them for people around the village. And one's gone over to the Isles of Scilly, and he just makes them for his friends.
Oh.
And then I made a mini one about this big. That's one on my Instagram, and I think I'm going to keep that one because we made it together, so it's quite special.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, keep it. That's so nice. That's so nice that you've got that relationship with him, and I bet he's absolutely loved it over the years, like having you there making stuff with him. Have you got siblings, or has he got any other grandchildren that are interested in?
There's 3 grandchildren. We're all girls, and my sister, she's like a librarian, and then my cousin, she does nursing. I think it was just me that was interested in like doing all the woodwork and things. So I think he's quite excited about that one of us was interested in it.
Yeah. Wow, that's really lovely. So I bet he was mega supportive when you said you wanted to go into a trade.
Yeah, definitely. And when I get home from work, I often pop in on my way home from work. And he's like, oh, tell me all about your day. What did you do? Wow. And I show pictures of what I've done. I'm like, oh, I've done a truss roof today. He's like, oh, you did that? Yeah.
Oh, that's so nice. I was really, really close with my granddad growing up, and as I got older, right up until he passed away. And I kind of I think that's my only regret in life, not doing this sooner, not doing it younger, because I'd have loved to have had that with him. He was a plumber, not an electrician, but I don't know, I think he would have been quite proud and interested to hear, what I've been up to. So I think that's lovely. You've got that relationship with him. You're lucky. That's nice. So college, once you started on your level 1 carpentry, how did you find it? Like,
I really loved it.
Did you? Was the like your classmates, was everybody sort of fine with you, or yeah?
Yeah, because I'd already done the 1 year before. I was 1 year older, so and everyone else was fresh out of school, but it wasn't really an age difference. But we all got along really well, and I think they had the same level of respect for me as I did for them, which is nice.
That's so good. Yeah. I bet it was nice for you having that bit of an advantage, like, because you've done so much. I think maybe the boys were quite impressed with your knowledge that you already had. So
yeah, and I was a bit ahead at the start because I had like the hand skills and things, and then they were a bit like, oh, and then a few weeks on, they'd be like, oh, can you just help me with this? Like, yeah. But I think it's nice because I didn't want to be like different to other people by already knowing things, but we just got along really well, which was so nice.
That's brilliant. I think I said to you before, I think for me, me being older was actually a bigger thing in the classroom than me being female. Like all of the lads in my group were fine with me. I think they were more intimidated that I was sort of an adult, I suppose, and most fresh out of school. And I think that was more of a, the difference for us. But yeah, it's good that you all get on and you feel like you're just all equal, really.
Yeah, so, it's quite a nice course, really. It was
Yeah.
3 days a week, and I don't know, it's quite nice. I just enjoyed doing it. It didn't seem like anything too difficult. It was just a nice place to be, like doing a bit of woodwork. I
Yeah.
liked it.
So you were in college 3 days a week for level one, and then were you working the 3 days, or did you not have a job then?
I worked in Morrison's, but it was just, yeah, it was just nice. It's quite easy actually looking back.
Yeah.
Like nice stress-free life. Go to college, go to work, have the weekend, and that was it.
It sounds ideal. Sounds lovely.
Yeah.
So at college through level one, is it is it all practical, is it? Most of you?
1 day theory,
Yeah.
and then the rest practical. But it was,
Okay.
yeah, it was
How
alright though.
How are you assessed through it? Are you given like practical things that you have to make? Or do you choose something, or are you all given the same thing and you've got to make something, or how is it done? I don't know anything about that.
We were given it was like a window sort of thing with different joints and things on it.
Okay.
And just like just using different techniques and different tools and things to make this end product, different joints and all of that. And then we had 6 online assessments, and that was it really.
Oh, okay.
One, yeah. And then I think there was a few like drawing things, like you had to draw out your design and things and just show that you had an understanding of it. But it was quite nice really.
That's good. And when you found your apprenticeship, you said that was right at the end of level one?
Yeah.
Yeah. How did you come across that? How did you find it? Were you writing to people, or was it advertised, or how did you?
I applied for it online, but I was writing to a lot of companies because I thought I really do want an apprenticeship now. So I didn't want to go on and do another full-time course. I thought I just want to get out in the world and do like start working.
Yeah.
So I just I applied for it online, and then I got the interview, and then luckily I got the job, which is great.
That's so good. So do you get on well with all your colleagues at the company?
Yeah, there's quite a small company. There's just 5 of us all together.
Okay.
One other apprentice, and he's going through college at the same time as me, so we can sort of talk to each other about the work and things, and we have to get evidence pictures, and it's nice to have someone else going through the course I'm working with as well.
Yeah.
And then there's 2 bosses and then like another worker, so it's quite nice. It's quite a small company.
Yeah, that is nice. And what sort of work do you do day to day? No, you're on big sites, aren't you?
Yeah, when I first started, it was mostly big sites, like new build houses, and then we did a lot of work at a big college, which was good, but it was quite tedious because it was a lot of repetitive things. Okay. I did really enjoy it, but we do roofs and things, and first fixing, second fixing, all of it really. I think I'm quite lucky to have a wide range of different things that I've done.
Yeah. Do you like working on big sites, or do you find it sort of nerve-wracking walking onto I always used to find, like, on a big site, day one where you had to walk on and wait for that moment where everyone realised you were a woman and you were going to be working on site. You're like, oh God. And you get like all the double looks. You're like,
Yeah. The first day on a new site, I think, oh my God. And then they go up to the site office and have an induction and things, and like, here's the toilet key. This one's for you.
You're lucky.
Yeah, I'm quite lucky. And like,
that's really good. So you get your own toilet. There's a ladies' toilet on there.
Yeah, on most sites, which is quite nice.
That is good. What area are you in?
Somerset. So we work from western sort of area.
Yeah.
But we travel quite a bit sometimes. We've worked in Chippenham and then right down south in Sidmouth as well.
Okay.
But yeah.
That's good. So the sites that you're on seem sort of well equipped. I've been on lots where there isn't a ladies' toilet. It's supposed to be, isn't there? But
it's like welfare. But I feel a bit. Sometimes I think if it was like that, I wouldn't want to bring it up. So I wouldn't want to walk on and just be awkward. But it is like a welfare issue, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think I was talking to somebody about this last weekend. I think that's a big issue because I feel like like as women, like you just said, we don't want to bring it up. We don't want to look like we're making an issue out of it and making ourselves look different or unequal in some way. But why is it standard that there will be men's toilets on site, but there might not be women's? I've worked on loads of sites where there's not a women's toilet.
That's not
should
right.
be standard. We shouldn't be made to feel like we're being awkward or we're being a real pain, and we feel bad about asking, oh, can we have a toilet? It's a basic right. Do you know what I mean? And I think this is the problem. I totally get what you're saying though. I felt the same when I've had to say, is the ladies' toilet? Why isn't it a ladies' toilet? And you think, oh no. And it's the same for sort of employers, when you're going for a job. And I think, if I was to say moan to my employer saying, oh, there's no toilet, what am I going to do? Like, I need a toilet on site, then it puts you in like a negative light, and it might make them think, oh, why do I employ a woman? It's too much hassle.
Yeah, like a bit of a burden.
Yeah, a bit, yeah. And it's not right, is it?
No, that should just be standard.
Exactly. And I find it really unfair. And I was going to ask you if you could change anything on, about working on a site, being a female, what would it be? And I was talking last week and I was saying that for me, it would be the toilet situation, like not having to sort of beg for a toilet because it should be basic.
I think I've been quite lucky though with the sites I have been on, but it is always on my mind, like, oh, is it going to be a bit gross?
Yeah, it always is, isn't it?
Yeah.
It always is. I don't think I've been to a nice toilet yet on a site, but yeah,
they had a little air freshener in there for me as well.
When you get hand wash and paper towels, you like hit the jackpot. I never want this job to end. Yeah. What was I going to say? See, when you're working, have you built up your own kit now, like your own tools and stuff, or are you doing that?
I bought a few things like a circular saw and impact and like a few sort of things, but not enough to like go out on my own yet. I do need to build it up a bit more.
Yeah.
But because I do things at home as well, it's really useful to have the tools to make things at home.
Yeah. So you just bought the things that you use the most useful to you. Yeah.
Like
you have to do jobs for people all the time. Like people think because I find that when you're in a trade, people will ask you to do stuff all the time, even if it's not in your trade. I think they just, because you've got a tool bag and they think, oh, she's handy. I'll ask her to do this. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. I kind of be close to my friend, she was like, oh, can you do this? And I was like, oh, I don't know if I can. I've done it on site before and I knew that I could do it, but it was like, I doubted myself that I couldn't do it in someone else's house. I thought, yeah, of course I can do it. And then I went around and did it and it was fine. But I think that's what I doubt myself sometimes, that I can do it outside of work. So I think I've got no one supervising me. I've got no one telling me if I go wrong.
Yeah.
But I just got on and did it and it was fine.
Everybody goes through that. When you start doing little jobs on your own, everybody feels exactly the same. It doesn't matter what age or gender you are. When you go out and you're doing those first jobs, like you say, if you've not got someone looking over your shoulder, you're sort of thinking, oh, I always doubt myself. I still doubt myself now with lots of things. It's just a confidence thing. It gets better as you the more you're doing, and your confidence will grow. But I forgot what I was going to say. Put myself on. What are your plans for the future then? So you're coming to the end of level 2, aren't you? Which is the end of your apprenticeship.
Yeah. So I think I might be going self-employed, which will be a bit scary, but I think it'll be good because I'll get to experience things more like the real world. And if I go wrong, it's on me. It's not on my employer.
Okay. So you're excited for that, but a bit nervous.
Yeah, but I think once I start doing it, then it'll be all right.
Yeah.
I think I'll be subcontracting for my current employer. So they'll still have like an eye over me and things. So I won't be completely on my own. They're just going to gradually build it up, I think, which will be good.
That's ideal, really, an ideal situation, because you know them and they know you, and you'll still have them there, like you say, watching over you. So it's a good, chance to learn, but then sort of, spread your wings a bit and do your own.
Be a bit independent.
Yeah. Do you think you'll start doing more outside of that site work then on your own?
Yeah. Not really sure. I think I'm just going to see what happens, and hard to really plan what's going to happen, I think.
Yeah. You've been on furlough for quite a long time, haven't you?
Yeah, I think it's been on and off for the year, but it's quite a long time. I feel like I've missed out on quite a lot because my apprenticeship's only 2 years long, and if I've been on furlough for quite a lot of that, it's like miss out on quite a lot of the practical side of things. I feel like I need to catch up a bit.
So have you been doing the theory online with your college?
Yeah, we did it like Zoom lessons and things.
Yeah. How was that? Was it?
It was all right, and you get to do it in bed, so it's all right, really. And then just listen and then do the work in the afternoon. They've been really happy though through college, and like if I got stuck on anything, I could just message a teacher and he'd explain things, and it was quite good, really.
Yeah, that's good. So you've got no regrets then? You're happy that you gave up your dream of being a midwife and went into...
Yeah, and my best friend's a midwife now, so I can sort of see what she's doing. I think, I don't think that's for me, actually.
That's not for me. It's funny because a similar thing happened to me. So me and my best friend were going to go into nursing when we finished school. We went to a uni and everything, looked around, and we were all sat on it. And then last minute, I was like, no, I don't want to do it. And she did it, and I did something else for a long time, and then obviously I did this. And I'm the same. I look at what she's doing now. Although she's got an excellent career, she's now a health visitor, and she's amazing at what she does. But some of the things that she tells me, I couldn't do it. It's like the emotional side of it I couldn't deal with.
That was the same. I was speaking to her the other day, and she's at uni at the moment, and she was telling me about like some of the sadder things, and I just think, I could never do that. I could never come home from work and think about what just happened in the day.
That's the thing. You can't. I don't know how people shut off from it. You know, it'll be on your mind all the time. Whereas our job's not really like that, is it?
It's like you leave your work at work and that's it.
Yeah, you go to work and the day is over before you know it. 'Cause it's so fast paced, isn't it? You're always, busy doing stuff, and then you come home and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was very similar when I was trying to decide what I wanted to do. So you've had plenty of time though in the last year to make stuff with your granddad, so that's been nice, I suppose.
Yeah, definitely.
Made the most of your time.
Yeah.
You're very creative. I thought.
Oh, I couldn't see him for a while because of COVID. It was a bit funny time, so that was a bit rubbish because he'd been making things and I'd been making things at home. Just have to ring him up and tell him about it, but then obviously we can see each other now, which is really good.
Yeah. How is he? Does he help you with loads of stuff, or is he quite like, if you're doing something wrong, or is he always giving you tips and stuff? Stuff that you've made. Is he critical, or is he always like?
All of it's amazing. He's like,
wow.
And then he tells his friends about it as well. We go out on walks and things, or he rides a tricycle. And and we go out around the village, and every time he sees one of his friends, he just has to mention that I'm a carpenter, and he goes, oh, if you want any jobs doing, and then I think, oh, here we go again.
That's lovely. He's so proud of you. That's so nice. Yeah. It must be so nice to have that support. Know that you've got that.
Definitely. Every time I go around, he's like, oh, just go and get this tool out for me. He's like, you can have that. And he goes, I use that tool. And I'm like, oh, thank you.
Oh, that'll be your pride and joy. It's like that'll be the stuff that you keep. That'll be the stuff that you're too scared to use on site because you don't want to lose it or break it.
Keep it. I just leave some of those on site.
Yeah,
like really old stuff, which is a really nice thing to have, I think.
Yeah.
I
was looking on your Instagram. You're very creative. I saw that you'd made you'd drawn on some bits of wood, and then what's that thing that you're using? It's like a what's it called? Like an engraver. Yes, that's it.
Yeah, it's literally if you buy them online and they're called pyrography pens, they're really expensive. If you buy soldering iron, you get for like £12, and it's exactly the same thing. It's just a different name.
Okay.
But you just burn the wood, and I got one here actually, a little coaster.
Oh my god, that's so good. That's amazing.
Thank you.
What's the colour? How do you get the colour? The green?
I just did like watercolour, like with a paintbrush. I'm not sure like how that would last though. I just did it because it looked pretty. But I need to look into that. Like, because it is a coaster, I don't know if it would last. But if I put a varnish or something on it, it probably will.
I was just going to say that. You could probably varnish it. Yeah, some of you've done like plaques and stuff, and I saw one. Is it some sort of beetle or bee or something?
Oh yeah, bee. That was the first ever one I did.
That was so good. They look amazing, like really professional. Do you think you'll have a sideline, like making and selling your jobs?
I did think that, but I think because I'm such a perfectionist, it takes me so long to do it. I'll sell a couple of these a week, and then I made like 3 or 4, and I was like, cool, that takes a bit of a long time. I think I do it more as a therapeutic thing, like it's really good to zone out and just do, and it's something separate, and I don't really have to think about it when I'm doing it. But I think when people ask me to make them, I think, oh yeah, I'd love to do that, but I don't know if I could make a business out of it because it just takes so long. Yeah,
it's sometimes nice if there's no pressure on it, then it's just like a hobby of yours, isn't it? You know, there's no pressure, you do it in your own time and you're making, you know, what you want to make. And yeah, that's nice. Although if you do start selling them, I'll have something because I love that thing that you make. So nice.
I've made a few house numbers for people and they're like, oh, thank you so much.
Yeah. Do you varnish those if they're going outside? Have you got a special varnish on?
Yeah, like an outdoor UV one.
Yeah.
My parents are like, can you make one for our house? I'm like, you're going to pay me? Get food and a roof over your head.
That's very true though.
But yeah. And then every time I get home, I'll be like, oh, I made that.
Oh. Well, thank you so much for talking to me today. And you were saying before that you sometimes get people messaging you about doing an apprenticeship and stuff. And yeah, is it okay if people message you for information? And
definitely.
Yeah, that's great.
So recommend if there's any ladies, they join Women on the Tools on Facebook, because I thought that was a really good support group when I was first like joining the trade. I didn't realise there were so many women out there.
Yeah.
Joining the group just made me think, oh, more of me.
Like, the more support. Yeah, that's good. I didn't know about that. So it's women in, what is it called? Women on the Tools. Women on the Tools.
Yeah, it's a really great group. And if you've got questions and things, you can just ask. And there's lots of nice ladies on there.
Yeah.
It's like a really great to be in.
Oh, that's great. Thanks for that. And what's your Instagram name if people want to chat with you about it?
I'm Connie the Carpenter.
Connie the Carpenter. I love that. Well, thank you so much. It's been lovely talking to you.
Oh, thank you.
Good luck with everything and finishing the apprenticeship and going self-employed. I'm sure you'll be amazing.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. I'll speak to you soon.
Speak to you soon.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.
That was Women in Trades with Amy the Sparky. Never miss an episode by subscribing now. Just hit the subscribe button and turn your notifications on.